Good evening and thanks for joining ASU Television News. My name is Usman Khatun Umar. The headlines. President Tinubu lauds Governor Monday's infrastructural strides in Edo State. FCT Minister urges Abuja residents to pay taxes, says funding power ongoing infrastructure drive. Federal government rededicates to teachers' welfare, assures of deepening learning outcomes nationwide. Thank you once again for joining us, and now details of the news. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has lauded the infrastructural strides of Edo State Governor Senator Monday Okpebholo, particularly the ongoing building of the state's first ever flyover. He described it as a landmark intervention in easing urban traffic and modernizing Edo's transport system. The president, represented by the Minister of Works, Dave Umahi, said the governor's bold approach to road and bridge construction in the state underscored the All Progressive Congress's progress agenda. The president extolled the governor's foresight in embarking on the 1-kilometer flyover project at the Ikwoba Hill in Ikwoba Oha local government, noting that its completion will transform vehicular movement and strengthen the urban fabric of Benin City. President Tinubu praised Monday Okpebholo's early performance in office, affirming that the governor had set a new standard of governance in Edo State. He expressed delight on the quality and pace of work, assuring that more of such projects will follow in Benin City to address the heavy traffic. He therefore pledged to enforce stricter accountability standards at the federal level to ensure value for money and timely delivery. And now back at the nation's capital, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Barrister Ezenwo Nyesom Wike, has urged residents and business owners in Abuja to pay their taxes promptly, describing tax compliance as critical to sustaining the ongoing infrastructure transformation across the city and its satellite towns. Speaking during the flag-off of new road and drainage projects in Asokoro Extension on Monday, Barrister Wike said tax revenues remain the foundation of government's effort to provide quality roads, drainages, streetlights, and other essential public amenities.
Everybody will know we have touched transport, we have touched roads, we have touched the sports area, we have touched education, now we are touching health. So I said no sector will be left untouched. All we need to do is just to be patient. And to be patient means give us time. Give us time. And it has to do with the availability of resources. That availability of resources is for you to pay us what you owe us. Pay us what you owe us. This soup sweet is sweet. Namonikilam. If you don't have money to buy the various items, to buy the proper fish, buy the proper meat, buy the real stock fish, then when you are cooking the soup, it will look like ordinary water. But when you have money, all these Mendes, all these Mendes will be there. Even when you are not hungry, you'll be forced to be hungry because the soup attracts you. Even if you have eaten 10 times, you will deny and say, I beg, man, no go miss this opportunity. Make it work small. So all these good roads, good drainage system, the street lights wouldn't be possible if you don't pay your taxes. So try and pay our taxes so we can provide more of these roads, connect the drainages, keep our environment clean.
The minister explains that paying taxes is not merely a civic duty but an investment in collective comfort, safety, and the pride of the nation's capital. He said the current administration under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is committed to ensuring that Abuja competes favorably with other global cities through the Renewed Hope infrastructure agenda. Barrister Wike, who has flagged off several projects across the FCT in the past 10 days, including roads, water systems and city lighting, said the Asokoro project demonstrates government's resolve to extend development to every part of the city. The minister also announced that upcoming interventions will target education and health, with plans to rehabilitate 40 schools and upgrade key hospitals across the FCT. Barrister Wike appealed to residents to remain patient and supportive, assuring them that the visible progress across Abuja is only the beginning of broader development efforts. He said the city is gradually transforming and will continue to evolve into one of the most beautiful and functional capitals in Africa. The Nigeria Union of Journalists, NUJ FCT Council, has expressed deep sorrow over the death of the former chairperson of the Nigeria Association of Women Journalists, NAWOJ FCT chapter, Mrs. Stella Oko Esene. She passed away on Monday, October 6, 2025, at the National Hospital here in Abuja after a prolonged illness. Born 64 years ago in Ubiaja, Esan, southeast local government area of Edo State, the late journalist retired from the Federal Ministry of Information before joining True Verdict online newspaper. She was widely respected for her dedication to the journalism profession and her advocacy for women in the media. In a statement signed by the Council's Secretary, Comrade Jide Oyekunle, the NUJ FCT Council described Mrs. Esene as a committed and passionate media professional whose legacy would continue to inspire generations of journalists. The Council extended its condolences to her family, colleagues and members of NAWOJ in the FCT. The statement noted that the death of the veteran journalist was a monumental loss to the media community, particularly women journalists who saw her as a trailblazer, mentor and advocate for gender equity in the newsroom and society. It added that her leadership and courage in promoting ethical journalism will be remembered for years to come. The NUJ FCT Council prayed for the repose of her soul and for God to grant her family and associates the strength to bear the loss. Burial arrangements, according to the Council, will be announced by the family in due course. The federal government has reaffirmed its commitment to enhancing teachers' welfare and promoting collaboration among educators to strengthen learning outcomes nationwide. Minister of Education Dr. Tunji Alausa restated these in Abuja at the grand finale of the 2025 World Teachers' Day celebration and the President's Teacher and Schools Excellence Awards. The minister said the commendation, The minister said the commemoration themed recasting teaching as a collaborative profession aligns with Nigeria's education reform agenda and the global initiative championed by UNESCO, ILO, UNICEF, and Education International. The theme, according to the minister, is to recognize teachers' vital role in national building. He noted that teachers remain the bedrock of human capital development and nation building, adding that rewarding their efforts was an investment in quality education, student achievement, and national progress. The national president of NUT, Audu Amba, said that the theme underscored the transformative potential of collaboration for teachers, schools, and education system. Mr. Amba noted that the collaboration would not only help to reinforce a sense of belonging and purpose among teachers, but also build resilient, equitable education system. In case you're just tuning in, you're watching ASO Television News. Remember, you can watch us live on DSTV channel 392, also on StarTimes TV channel 127, and on the Free TV, we're on channel 507. We're also on channel 38 on the UHF band. Still ahead in the news, federal government emphasizes commitment to sustainable growth and development of food security. For detail of these and more, stay with us. We'll be back after this short break.
Let's get one thing straight. Being a woman with disabilities doesn't mean you don't have the right to quality sexual and reproductive health information and services. Family planning, maternity care, STI prevention. Every woman deserves access to safe, respectful, and inclusive reproductive health care. My body, my health, my reproductive rights. No limits, no exceptions. Your health matters. Your choices matters. Get informed, get care, and take charge of your future.
Women in surveying have urged parents to guide children to career choices. The Women in Surveying, that is WIS, FCT chapter, has called on parents to support and guide their children in making informed career choices by exposing them early to the basics of their intended professions. Chairperson of the group, Surveyor Ajoke Fatima Akintola, made the call during the WIS program tagged Catch Them Young, Mapping Minds for a Better Tomorrow, held here in Abuja. Let's now join our correspondent, Daniel Obi, for more details.
The event brought together professionals in the built environment to deliberate on one of the major challenges facing students and young Nigerians, which is the difficulty of choosing a career path. The initiative, organized by the WIS under the leadership of Surveyor Akintola, was designed to enlighten students on available career opportunities and how to pursue them.
Catch Them Young is the vision of Women in Surveying. That's why we branched out of Nigerian Institution of Surveyors. Our vision is to propagate the gospel of surveying. Because if you ask a child you meet on the street today or in a school, even my 2-year-old will tell you, I want to be a pilot, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a lawyer. I have never heard any child say I want to be a surveyor. Even me, before I became a surveyor, it was because I was given in university. So it's not like I knew about surveying. So basically, many of these our students, our young ones, don't know what surveying is. And normally we get invited to schools on their career day and we only get to talk for like 10 or 15 minutes. And we thought that, okay, let's make this project our annual project, bring different schools together, especially the science students, because surveying is a science course.
Two participating students, Abubakar Zakaria Umar of Government Science and Technical College, Area 3, and Zantua Michelle Francis of Government Secondary School, Tudunwada, Abuja, appealed for more career guidance sessions to be introduced in secondary schools.
I think I can be a surveyor because when you are a surveyor, you have plenty job opportunities in surveying, like for example custom, GIS, the engineers, the medical doctors. In fact, like there are plenty job opportunities in this surveying.
Okay, I've learned what surveying means. I've also learned a lot of job opportunities are in surveying. And today is actually my first time hearing about surveying, and I'm finding more interest about the topic, and maybe I might take a career in it.
According to them, such programs would assist students in making better decisions when transiting from junior secondary school to senior secondary, as well as selecting courses when registering for the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board examinations, JAMB. The event was attended by the former chairman of the Nigerian Institute of Town Planner Mustafa Mudia, members of the Nigerian Institute of Surveyors, and other stakeholders in the built environment. Daniel Obi, ASO Television News.
Cherubim and Seraphim Movement Church, Mobolu Aduru Gauraka branch has appreciated the Almighty God for 25 years of a landmark achievement in uniting believers in Christ. The leader in charge, Cherubim and Seraphim Apostle Omilola, while addressing newsmen in Abuja, expressed his deepest excitement to God for the impact the church has contributed to the Christian community. Here is a report from our reporter.
It was a moment of thanksgiving and appreciation to God as the Cherubim and Seraphim Church celebrates its 25 years anniversary. The leader of Cherubim and Seraphim, Gauraka, Apostle Ominola, expressed his gratitude to God for the grace being received in making the church running till date. He added that despite the state of challenges faced in the church environment, God's safety never ceased from them.
A lot of experience, but for today, we thank God. We start this church here when nobody here. When we came to bush because they are not ready to sell land for church in this place. But for God, they now say that then we give us at the back of the town. So the back of the town today now become the center of the time. But if you can look different people today that they are even spoiling the name of this church, they are not really member of this church, Kerubu and Seraphu. If you can look at them, most of them they are herbalists.
Speaking also at the event, the preacher for the day, Prophetess Buki Jato, said the anniversary is a memorable and joyful one. Also, the church senior mother in Israel, Prophetess Folorun Shaw, appreciated various individuals who have contributed immensely to the growth of the church.
He said, instead of shame, that he will give us a double portion. So you and as an individual, what have you done that can make you to enjoy the benefit of double portion of that double glory that he has promised you as an individual? I want us to go home and ponder on this, that when the Christ will come to harvest you and I, will you be among those that will enjoy that double portion of double glory?
We face many challenges, but to God be the glory. All of us, we are here today, and we pray that God should create more place for us so that we can be bigger than this, according to His word.
Whatever God is inside, you see that it is easy to achieve. So definitely we appreciate God for this journey thus far and His grace from the beginning to the 25 years of the church.
Other spiritual leaders who attended the event have this to say.
And it's good celebration for the church to celebrate another 25 years in Christ. He evangelized all over the country, both north, south, west, and east.
October 12, year 2000. That is the church. Then some members are left, but at least we still have some members that they started the church at that 25 years. They are still in the church with the glory of God. But we thank God that we are doing the work together. Then the church of God is moving forward. Then individual as well, we are moving forward.
God has done for them, and that's the reason why we are here to celebrate with them too. Because the Bible said, they that seek the goodness of Jerusalem will also prosper. So for us to prosper, that is why we have come to rejoice and celebrate with them. Because it is not easy to start a church from 1 year, 2nd year to age 25 years. It is a great thing and a miracle of God.
Dances and praises were offered to God to mark the remarkable 25 years anniversary. Belumi Adeyemi, ASO Television News.
President of the Defense and Police Officers' Wives Association, DEPOA, Mrs. Ogogo Musa, has expressed deep appreciation to Nigerian troops serving in the front lines, commending their unwavering courage and dedication to national security. Mrs. Musa, who spoke during the October edition of DEPOA's monthly fitness and wellness program in Abuja, also encouraged members of the association to embrace healthy living through regular exercise and positive lifestyle choices.
Why we are having different routines for the exercises is so that you don't say, I can't walk. If you cannot walk, you can actually dance. There are different, you can hike, you can cycle. Swimming is also part of it. Today, you have worked on your entire body, your shoulder, your head. No, our cardio is really happy right now because the exercise was tense and everybody stood and went through. So I want to congratulate every one of us, and I'm really happy, and I thank God that we are all adopting the healthy lifestyle.
Mrs. Musa reiterated DEPOA's continued commitment to supporting the armed forces and other security agencies, highlighting the ongoing one-year campaign aimed at recognizing and appreciating troops for their dedication and selfless service to the nation.
Like you all know, we're already embarking on a one-year campaign for our troops. So from all of us in DEPOA and all the other OAS, all the other associations, NAOA, NAFOA, NOAA, POA, COA, we are sending our thank you message to the truth, and we are saying we see you, we salute you, and we say thank you for all the sacrifices. Thank you for staying awake and keeping us safe. Thank you for bringing comfort to us. We are really grateful. We can't thank you enough. We don't even have enough words to say thank you.
Mrs. Musa further assured the troops in the front lines that their families remain strong and prayerful with hope and anticipation for their safe return. The session, which featured over 2 hours of intensive aerobic and dance exercises, also served as a platform to honor and reflect on the services and sacrifices of officers defending the country. The Gwakwa 2 Igbo community of Gwagwalada Area Council recently celebrated the New Yam Festival in grand style, bringing together community members and dignitaries to mark the beginning of the New Yam Festival. The festival is a significant cultural celebration in Igbo land, showcasing the rich heritage of the Igbo people through music, dance and food. We now join our correspondent, Abdullahi Mukhtar, who witnessed the sound and sight, to bring us more details.
Comrade Mohamed Kasumu Ikwa, the People's Democratic Party PDP candidate for the upcoming FCT Area Council elections, was the special guest of honor. In his address, he emphasized the importance of peace as the bedrock of development and reminded his supporters to take advantage of the ongoing voter registration exercise.
Registration of PVC is ongoing. That is a strong tool, an instrument you can use to bring in a capable government, and without it, we will not have a voting right. And secondly, that they should not forget, in the coming election, they should make sure that they vote the right person so that the right thing can be done. And that person, I felt, cannot be any other party other than PDP and other than myself.
Chief Ifeanyi Ede, Ono Ibo of Gwakwa 2, welcomed guests and promised that the festival will become an annual event. He urged his people to be law-abiding citizens, especially with the FCT Area Council elections approaching.
We Igbos are not trouble people. We always like to respect the rule of law. Yes. As far as I'm concerned, we are planning very hard to make sure that this election coming up will participate fully.
Mazi Agu Okechukwu Samuel, chairman of Gwagwalada Igbo Political Forum, noted that the occasion reminded him of the good old days and called on the Igbo community to maintain their cultural heritage. Mr. Olo Anayo Chukwu chaired the occasion, highlighting the significance of the New Yam Festival.
That is the major problem we are facing today, that our cultures are being allowed to die off. But we the Igbos, we are maintaining it, we are reviving it, we are restructuring it, and we are teaching our children to know that we are from somewhere, and we have to maintain our culture. Our culture is good for others to even come and emulate.
The New Yam Festival in Igbo land is a culture which we, all of us, practice whenever New Yam comes out, to us to thank God, and appreciate our forefathers. Because we learn all this is from them. So, and in our own time, we cannot stop.
Highlight of the occasion was the unveiling, prayers, blessing, sharing and eating of the New Yam, followed by musical entertainment, showcasing the rich culture of the Igbo people. Abdullahi Mukhtar, ASO Television News.
Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Mr. Wole Edun, has emphasized government's commitment to a sustainable growth and development of the economy, especially on food security. The Director of Information and Public Relations to the Federal Minister of Finance, Mohammed Manga, in a statement disclosed that the Finance Minister made this known in Abuja during a courtesy visit to the Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Senator Abubakar Kyari, to advance collaboration on Nigeria's food security agenda. The statement acknowledged that the meeting focused on expanding access to certified seeds, establishing a decentralized seed certification system with strict quality controls, and finalizing preparations for the upcoming dry season farming. Both ministers affirmed that strengthening agricultural productivity is central to reducing food inflation, attracting private investment, and securing long-term economic growth for Nigeria. They further pledged more support of government to ensuring food production and security agenda of the administration to be fully achieved. European Union election follow-up mission has urged Nigerian authorities to advance timely electoral reforms to restore public confidence and facilitate credible, inclusive elections come 2027. European Union Chief of Mission to Nigeria, Mr. Barry Andrews, stated this during a media briefing held in Abuja in order to assess the progress of the electoral reform process and implementation status of recommendations offered by the Union. Oluwapelumi Adeyemi reports.
As 2027 elections draw closer, European Union Chief of Mission, Mr. Barry Andrews, disclosed that Nigeria's democratic resilience depends on reforms in which the citizens believe in. He encouraged political actors to seize the momentum to deliver reforms that can safeguard transparency, inclusiveness, and credibility.
Since the 2023 elections, important work has been undertaken. The Electoral Act Amendment Bill 2025 and the Constitutional Review are ongoing, as you know. Both incorporate many of our recommendations. However, it is clear that the clock is ticking. A particularly positive development has been the constructive cooperation between civil society and the legislature. Civil society organizations have contributed expertise and advocacy, and Parliament has created space for that consultation and engagement. We are encouraged by this constructive cooperation between civil society and members of the legislature, particularly in shaping proposals for a stronger legal framework.
Furthermore, Mr. Barry highlighted the importance of the proposed legislative momentum seen in the Electoral Act Amendment Bill 2025, which provides strengthening Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), ensuring a transparent result transmission system.
Establishing an Independent Electoral Offences Commission, as envisaged in some of the constitutional proposals, would be a major step forward and a clear signal that those who break the law cannot act with impunity, and that elections are not a contest without rules, but a contest governed by law. Even if such a commission is not established, closer cooperation between INEC, EFCC, the police and the judiciary would go a long way to addressing impunity. The fifth priority is to remove ambiguities and inconsistencies in the legal framework. The Constitutional Review and the Electoral Bill will address many of these issues and do address these issues, and once again we have seen constructive cooperation between Parliament and civil society, but timing is everything.
The European Union Election Follow-up Mission reiterates its commitment in partnering with INEC, broad stakeholders, members of National Assembly, political parties, civil society, media institutions, and development partners through constructive corporate exchange meetings in ensuring a free and fair 2027 elections. Pelumi Adeyemi, ASO Television News.
And that's the size of our package for this evening. But before we go, let's remind you that the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Barrister Ezenwonye Somwiki, has urged FCT residents to pay their taxes promptly while flagging off road construction in Asokoro district, adding that it is through taxes that government is able to discharge its responsibilities. Thanks for watching. My name is Usman Katun Umar. Good evening.